Good morning. It's Marcia, and I just have a question for you. Do you consider yourself a leader? Would you like to be considered a leader? Not just have the title, but actually be in that space, in that mindset, in the position to inspire others by your example? This is what we're talking about today, leadership, because there's an old saying, I'm sure most of you all are familiar with it. If you think you're a leader, but there's no one following you, then really you're just a guy or a gal out taking a walk. Simon Sinek says, leaders eat last. And that means that they wait till everyone in the tribe, in their company, in their regiment, in their organization is served, and hopefully served well. But leaders also, if I was to add to that, set the example. They set the tone, the pace, the cadence of the group. They map out the strategy. I remember years ago when my husband was ordained into ministry, and he talked about in his address, he talked about being a point man. And in the military, he was a Navy guy. In the military, there is a point man. That's the person that actually goes out some distance ahead of the troops and scouts out the danger, scouts out the terrain, makes sure that with as much as within him or her lies, they can sense what the lay of the land is so that their troops, their company, their platoon is not taken advantage of and ambushed. Well, sometimes leadership is really hard. It's lonely and it's scary. I want to show you this. This is an arrow. Okay, see the point? And then the end. Recently, I was at a business conference that, oh, it matches my sweater. How about that? Promise it wasn't planned. Anyway, I was at a leadership conference, and we had a psychologist there that was talking about breaking down barriers and setting goals and being very intent on our purposes and taking the risks necessary, summoning the courage to face situations that can sometimes really scare us and challenge us, but it's for the good of those whom we are leading or those whom we will be in a position to lead. And I want you to see this. This is, the arrow is broken. And the reason I have these two pieces is this was actually at my neck, right where the trachea is in this fleshy part. You talk about a scary moment, and it wasn't broken at the time. I had never seen this exercise before. And we actually put our big, hairy leadership goals or our goals for our business in terms of monetization or whatever at the end of this. And there was a board where we had a partner to spot us, and they held that board. And you were to either put the index card with your goal on the board at the end of the arrow, or they could hold it up on top of the board for you. And you put the point at your trachea, little fleshy part, with this long arrow, and you literally walked towards your goal until this arrow broke. And the meaning was to break all of the inhibitions and to break all of the previous mindsets that you've had that have limited you and held you back and gave you pause. And I wasn't going to do it. And then I was trying to convince a friend of mine to do it. And I said, well, if you're going to be a leader, lead. You know, you've got to just suck it up, buttercup, and get it done because your tribe is watching. And you have plenty of support here. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is one of those physician heals thyself. And ironically, I had put it on Facebook Live. So I couldn't take it back because there were already people watching me. And I thought, well, here we go. And so I did it. And I did it with one step. But I was so focused on the goal. And it was incredibly empowering and liberating. And it taught me a lot about myself. It also taught me a lot about being a leader. And I'm going to do a blog post on it later. So if you want to go to my website, GratitudeSpeak.com, in a day or so, I will have that blog post up because I haven't written it yet. Confession is good for the soul. But anyway, I want you to think about the next time that as a leader, not just as someone that holds the title, I want you to consider No one has asked you to physically put an arrow to your neck and ask you to break it, but they did me. And I'm no more special or wonderful or have any hidden talents and powers than you do. So please, ma'am, please, sir, break the arrow, real or imagined. As always, I hope this has been helpful. I invite you to go to the link up at the top and join our Facebook group for business owners and serious entrepreneurs at GratitudeSpeak Collaborates. And as always, I wish you a profitable and productive, as well as an abundantly blessed week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.